In this video, I want to discuss a little about what's going on with how much disruption AI will possibly cause throughout the world. And what people have already been warning about, this may not be the first video or mention about how bad AI could be for us as far as moving forward. It is the greatest technological advancement since electricity, from what they say. And yes, a lot of jobs in the past have been lost to all these other technological advancements that have happened throughout the years. And this one will be monstrous, and we're already starting to see a lot of jobs being lost. In fact, there's a lot of jobs being lost that are not even being said because it's due to AI. But there's this one guy who is on the internet right now, or on YouTube, and he's talking about how he lost his job to AI. And this was actually when ChatGPT 3 had first come out. This is when the first iteration had been put out there. He is a copywriter, and apparently he was a pretty good one. He was doing a good job for his bosses. But once they discovered AI and they were using it, all of a sudden he found himself not having work to do. And then he was let go. Then he got another job doing copywriting, and he found out that this company was asking him, basically taking his writing, putting into ChatGPT, sending back the responses, and then he was using ChatGPT, going back and forth. But you should really take a look at his channel when you get a chance. You can search it. I'll see it on the screen right here, Basharu, and take a look at what he talks about and the disruption that actually is starting to happen. He's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, when AI had first come out, the first thing I thought was, all copywriters, this is doomed. It was such a strong marketing tool, and it was so good that anybody who knew nothing about copywriting could become an amateur copywriter, or not even, I wouldn't say even decent. In the beginning, it wasn't even decent. It was just adequate to get something out there. They could do some writing on that. Today, it is so much further in advancement, and if you learn prompting the right way, you could get some copywritten content in seconds that is expert level if you're just really a good prompter. And a little bit about the industry and maybe who to emulate or certain patterns that need to be put out there. So there are those that are out there, some copywriters that talk about how it's not going to replace them because it's just going to enhance their work. They can get things done faster. But needless to say, I think copywriting is one that it will have a very hard path to try to retain jobs there. But there is a lot of jobs that are going to inevitably be replaced by it. And even the people who work in the industry, some have actually put out posts saying that they're going to basically be out of jobs because AI will be smarter than them for those that are creating AI, and they'll be losing their jobs probably within a 5-year span. That's how fast this thing is advancing. What are we going to do? Society needs to figure out a way to sustain people's livelihood when AI starts taking over all these different jobs that are out there, and robotics. When robotics starts to be invented, that can even go further. Already in San Francisco, a couple of weeks ago when I was there, I'm seeing these Waymo cars, and this is not the first city I've seen it in, but I've actually seen it do some pretty smooth driving in some high traffic areas like downtown San Francisco. So it is moving fast. And if AI is actually able to do stuff like drive cars around safely and people start to trust it, then we're going to start to see a big disruption faster than we can imagine that's going on. So what I want to know is, how do I protect myself against this? What are the things that I can do? So I actually asked AI how we can protect ourselves against losing our jobs. And of course it says, well, you need to find find jobs that are less likely to utilize AI in the short term, because AI is going to be affected in every which way that we're going to be moving around in our lives, and already is touching a lot of different things. So I pulled up the list, and I'm going to go through each of these items that are on here. And there are some that I thought of after that wasn't even on here that I think people should know, but they did definitely talk about how jobs that need physical contact are going to be safer for a while because people are going to want human interaction. Healthcare and personal care, that's nothing surprising. You're talking about registered nurses, of course. Yes, we're going to have technology where they're going to be using AI to help diagnose you and help you, and doctors as well. Physical therapists, they're going to help move you, and that's obviously another one that I think. Occupational therapists and home health aides. So the healthcare industry is still going to be strong for quite a while because no one's going to want just robots taking care of them. They want human interaction is going to still be important. We need that, right? Education and training, again, teachers and instructors, human interaction, corporate trainers, educational consultants, human service workers, social workers, counselors, therapists, and even case managers are still probably going to have a longevity in their work for quite a while. Now, where I asked, where does somebody who's 52-year-old like myself get protection on this? And, it basically still is. You're going to have to get skills that are going to be useful and that I can be trained on. So creative arts and design, this is where I don't know if I think is accurate. Creative graphic designers, I do believe that there is going to be a time when graphic designers will be completely phased out. The creative power behind AI today is just incredible. And with templates and things that are already training it, that have professional graphic design experts knowledge behind it, I don't see why a graphic designer would be needed in the near future. Writers and content creators, again, that guy that lost his job, he is a copywriter who had been a copywriter for years prior, and then now he hasn't been able to find the job in about 2 years. And so content creators are going to be threatened pretty hard. Art therapists, I'm not too sure about art therapy. That probably is because of the human interaction that's going to be needed. Skill trades, this is the one I'm thinking of that definitely will be a lot safer for a while, because electricians, it takes hands. Yes, robotics can do it, but someone's going to have to put the robots in the right places. Plumbers as well, diagnosing it, finding it, cleaning stuff out. There's going to be machines that will be able to do very helpful for them. But I do believe that a plumber and a carpenter will still be very useful. Yes, there's an example that I saw out there where houses are being built by robots now using cement through spouts. I forgot what they call it, but it's like injection molding, and they can build walls, and it's like a 3D printer, but on a large scale using cement or something like that. They'll be very useful and helpful, but someone still is going to have to get those machines out there. And there's going to be some carpentry probably still have to be adjusted for and worked on and watched and monitored. So those will be going probably to higher levels, but for now, they're going to be pretty safe because they still build things by hand for most part. Management and leadership. So project managers, HR managers, and nonprofit managers, these are all like human interaction type positions that need to help and guide. Project managers may start to lose a lot of their positions though, for depending on what type of industry they're in, because what's going to happen is there's going to be a scale down, because one project manager can manage multiple projects now with the help of the AI assistants that it's going to have to oversee a lot of stuff. So one person can do the work of 4, which is going to be for a lot of different jobs that are out there. Next, we have sales and customer service. Now, customer service reps are being replaced by computers also and AI pretty quick. I don't know how much that's going to be in service. Sales reps, I guess there are still going to be a lot of jobs. They say sales is always going to be one of the most lucrative and safe jobs because people who know how to sell will always be in need. But we'll see. I think this is going to be an interesting field. See how far they get with that. Real estate agents are basically sales reps for homes. And we see a lot of agents losing a lot of ground due to stuff like Redfin and Zillow, where a lot of it's already been put together. Once they integrate AI into it, I don't know how much more real estate agents would have to worry, where you can use an AI as a consultant, really, once it knows all the different laws and parameters that are out there, and both sides can negotiate without too many worries and recommendations being made. But agents will still be around for quite a while. It's just that we're going to possibly see a scale down. People are not going to want to pay high agent fees as much anymore, especially commissions that are out there. That's always been a controversial thing for a lot of industries. Technology and data analysis. This is going to be where the elites in this industry will have their jobs, because they are the ones that are going to need to monitor, control, and keep us safe. That's how we're going to look at it. Data analysts, I don't know if they're going to be needed. Really, if you think about it, a computer can analyze a lot of data a lot faster and even see things a person can't. There might be some. IT support specialist, someone's going to need to keep the computers going. So architecture, be able to fix computers. So things that need repair. Even I think automobile repairmen, there's one thing I don't see on here. Somebody has a problem with their car. I think we're still going to need a lot of people getting in and fixing things, because yes, a robot can probably do it, but how long will it be before there will be a robot trained to diagnose and replace parts accurately or fast? At this point, I know some of the advancements are pretty quick, but the cost effectiveness of now having robots being put out there fast enough where they can do it, I don't think is not at least for another probably decade or so. I could be wrong though, and hopefully not. Environmental and agricultural sciences, there's going to be actually a need for those as well, because as far as agriculture, and we're going to need to have some control and maintain that control looking over it. So we have all of these different fields that are still available. But I'm also thinking, as far as what I do, YouTube videos, people I think are still going to want to hear from humans. I know that we can probably deepfake stuff like this moving forward one day in the future, but when there's going to be an authentic person doing something and putting opinions out, I think there's going to be people will be gravitating to that type of authenticity rather than an AI made, because they're going to want to know. And the other thing is, if you are a product reviewer and you have like for me, my e-bike channel, I think people are going to want to hear more about the reviews from e-bikes from those who are actually riding it and testing it out. We basically will become almost like a sales rep for companies when we're doing those type of testing, but that's just the way that things are going to run. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that there is a lot of concern for me regarding going into this AI field, because now that I'm actually diving deep into utilizing these tools, I'm realizing the more I use them, the less I may be needed for anything. Because the more I can use them, the more AI will make it easier for even someone less skilled to know how to use it. And I just did a video before about why we should all learn about how to use it so we can get better at it and have it complement us. But while going down on my research, here I'm seeing that people are just saying they lost their jobs from it, and now what do they do? And I'm thinking, even if they go down this AI trail to learn more about it, will they actually have jobs that they can actually utilize or become useful for? And what happens when at the mass market level, everybody starts losing their jobs? At one point, everybody was told that they should learn coding. Is that really necessary now? A whole middle level of coders will be just obsolete soon because AI can take care of that for us. Just some food for thought, just wondering where to go, and just some little ideas of those of you who are, I guess, in the technical field, like anybody working remote on computers has said absolutely will potentially be at risk of losing their jobs. And as much as I thought my job was safe, the more I thought about it, I don't necessarily think as much anymore. I'll go more down into this as time goes on, as I look into other things that are out there, how we can utilize the change that's happening and plan for it, and then see where we go. Thank you so much for watching. If this has been intriguing to you and want more, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.